Hey, people. What's up to the gamers? Um, man, today is another not good day. Incredible. I don't know what to say, guys. It's really miserable right now. um, Let me just describe it like this. A lot of things that are going around right now is kind of unsolvable problems. And think of it as I'm on a ship. And I'm on a ship with a bunch of my good friends, my good local coworkers. And we're working to keep this boat afloat, right? We're a crew. But there's just too much weight on this boat. And the boat is slowly sinking. And it continues to sink because we can't get rid of this weight. And it is just inevitable that this boat sinks. And everyone on the crew is trying to run. But there's nowhere to run to. That's probably the best I can phrase it. It's really sad. I've had a lot of things I wanted to talk about because I've had like a bunch of topics and stuff. And this is why I keep running into the issue. Like, I want to do something, right? Content-wise. I want to create something. I want to be able to make something interesting, do the things I want to do. But it gets hard to do that when your real life scenario is always a problem. And I can't, this is like the main thing on my mind right now. And I can't solve it. And I don't know what I can do about it. I've been struggling to solve this issue. And I think it might just be unsolvable. So maybe I just try to keep it clear and cut. But I hope you guys are doing better. Hopefully you guys' scenarios are always going up, because I'm going to talk about a dream, perhaps. Let's go. Look, I have a dream. Okay, let's do the whole cheesy thing with Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Okay. I think ever since I was young, I always saw, I guess, doing the right thing as something very important. And I feel like that's kind of not how things work in reality, if I'm being honest. So I'll give you an example. I don't want to lie. I basically eradicate lying out of my personality because I want to live honestly. I want to die an honest man. And that's very important to me. And I think that's not as important as to many other people and how things work in real life. I think being honest is not very popular, if it makes sense. Some people can also take honesty in the wrong way as well. Like, people are too brutally honest. But that's a little too far in. Essentially, what I want to say here is, it's kind of oddly on topic right now, but Mr. Beast is kind of in a lot of heat. That being said, I don't know what's going on because I don't really follow him, and if I'm being honest, I have more important issues and I don't really care. But Mr. Beast's job, let's say, right, his career as a content creator, but he makes the money he makes his money and he uses that to help other people, right? That's his thing. And I've always had the same thought process. If I'm being honest, I think I've kind of had the same line of what he does and what I want to do, but maybe on a not a smaller scale. Maybe it is smaller scale because the things he does are way bigger, right? Bro is growing millions of trees. He's helping Africa with all their water issues. It's kind of crazy, but that's the big scale. And I guess for me, it is a smaller scale thing, but I feel like too many people are kind of similar in my scenario. You're kind of caught in this day-to-day life. And for those of you out there with maybe you feel like you're in a dead end in your life, or you are like me, where you have so many issues that circulate and you don't really know how to solve them, or maybe they're just unsolvable, actually. And the only thing you can keep doing is run away. I wish I could solve those issues. That's basically how I see it. And it's kind of miserable because, like, the people around me, the people I know, and I know there's definitely other people out there going through the same thing I am. And it's, if I'm being honest, it's just miserable. And I don't like it this way, you know. And I just wish I could change it. But it's hard to change things like this. It's maybe impossible to change things like this. I don't know. I literally don't know if it's possible. I want to, but like I said, it's a dream, right? And I'm not trying to say like, oh, I want to be a good man or whatever, right? I don't want to have no like savior syndrome, whatever the fuck it's called. But I just think it could be better for everybody. I think it could be a lot better. And we're just not there. We're not there. And I want to be there. Which is why I kind of look to content creation, if I'm being honest. Content creation was, I mean, I've always had the idea, right? Like, I've been around on YouTube for a long time. I've watched tons of content creators grow. I've seen it all happen. But I've never actually tried. And maybe I've just been caught up with my life before I actually started trying. But now I am. And I'm coming into it, doing it as a hobby for sure. But I definitely want something out of this, if I'm being also 100% honest. I do have a want, because most people, I think, with their success, do it wrong. I've probably said this many times on the channel. If you're familiar, you're very well versed. But I don't think it would happen to me. Basically, as simple as I can put it, it would just not go down like that. Because I can never see myself ever doing it that level of stupid. If I am stupid, I have a reason for being stupid. I'm a sensible person. Let's say it like this. I'm a very logical person. And I believe in being reasonable and working out your issues through being talkative. Crazy, I know. I'm a bit of a psychopath. And, you know, a lot of people, I think, just don't do that. And sometimes people mess up, but they don't even own up to it, man. Like, you can't even do the bare minimum. This is like one of the things I've always lived by. It's okay for you to, like, do bad shit. It isn't, but everyone, or maybe not everyone, actually, some people do terrible stuff. But you can be redeemable. It is possible. You are not doomed to fail. You can come back. It is possible. You know, I think there's probably some hypothetical question here. It's like, can a murderer truly be forgiven? And I think so. There is a chance, right? Depends on how it goes down. Why did he murder? Who did he murder, right? Things like this. There are ways to rationalize it. It can make sense. You can understand where someone came from. And even if it is the worst thing possible, it's not like people haven't done bad things, you know? Tell me you have not littered before in your life. Because for me, I can guarantee you, I've never done that. I don't do that. But people do that. You are not helping, if I'm being honest, right? And that's not that big of an issue. I can look past that. I can understand, right? Argue the case to me. I'm on your side. I'm not trying to be the villain here, you know? Like, I want to trust you. I want to believe you. So, we're too deep in, again. Sorry, I got lost in the sauce there. But, yeah. I think if I was a successful content creator, I think I could do it. I think I could do better than most of these people. And I think a lot of people can too. But people haven't really started maybe trying. Or maybe they're still struggling, like me. Because I still haven't figured it out. And I might never figure it out. And this might never be a thing. I might never blow out. I might be like Nujabes, if you guys know that musician. He was a very influential individual in my life and in many people's lives. But the reason I make the metaphor, I guess, or simile, whatever I'm trying to grasp at here, Nujabes was a musician, an artist, if you will, who never really got to see his music blow up. He passed before that all happened, and it's a shame because he definitely had a talent, and the things he had were just unfortunately not blossoming in his time. And maybe it'll be like that for me. I don't know. All I know is I have good intentions. I hope to succeed, and I want to have fun. So maybe I can do it. I believe some of my good lads on this channel do believe, and I thank them for it every day. I have your names written down. You're forever immortalized in my epic Minecraft world. Maybe I'll get it big someday, and I can make something grander. But until then, I'm not there yet. But I'm working on it. And I hope all you guys are as well. Because in life, all you can do is work on yourself. And maybe it gets better. Because everything around you is... The unchangeable variables are always there. Man, I'm terrible at speeches. I'm struggling on this one. Hold on, let me rewind. Because I actually... man, this is once again... It's like I'm so much better at talking with somebody. But when I talk through audio, it's so much more difficult. I don't understand why. But there's always unchangeable variables in life. And those things are maybe inevitable. And maybe they can be changed, but you haven't figured it out. Regardless, you know what things you can change. And you can work on those. So focus on what you can and not what you can't. And if you ever run into the Boondock scenario where there's nothing you can do, so what can you do? You do what you can. All right, guys. Love you guys. 15 minutes is as much as I can cut it because I would like to get ready and maybe have some time to myself. So have a good night, guys. Morning, whatever, wherever you guys are. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, blow up my house, eat cheese, drink water. I'll see you guys around, all right? Stay clean.